It started with a whisper, then a stare, then a scream that stopped the entire set. Yandysmith.com collected, always holding it together. Just broke, and it wasn't just a few tears. It was a full-blown emotional collapse in front of cast, crew, and cameras. The producers had to cut filming for 3 days, and now insiders are spilling the tea on what really happened behind the scenes. Who was behind it? Rasheeda and Jessica, yes, 2 women Yandy once called sisters. And now they're being accused of plotting one of the most savage betrayals in love and hip-hop history, according to multiple on-set sources. They didn't just air her business. They used her trauma like a storyline, and she snapped. But the real question is, what was said in that dressing room that made Yandy collapse to the floor, drop her mic, and whisper, "You were never my friends"? We've got the leaked audio, the deleted posts, and the revenge plan that's already in motion. Yandy Smith was always the one who held the drama at arm's length, the polished executive, the peacemaker, the woman who rose above. What the world didn't know is that calm. It was survival mode. And behind the scenes, Rasheeda and Jessica were chipping away at her peace for years. Sisterhood or setup? It started like any industry sisterhood. Yandy and Rasheeda bonded during an off-season mixer in Atlanta. Both were moms, entrepreneurs, and tired of the same fake energy. Jessica Dime came in later, flashy, wild, but surprisingly grounded. In private, Yandy trusted her, even defended her during that infamous hotel incident in 2023, where Jessica allegedly threw a bottle at production. Everyone judged her. "I saw her pain." Yandy said that on camera, rolled for her publicly. But behind the scenes, Jessica and Rasheeda had other plans. The first red flags. Let's rewind to early 2024. Yandy launches her wellness and beauty brand, Energy. Quiet, classy, soft life inspired. Suddenly, Rasheeda drops a competing skincare line with eerily similar packaging. Fans noticed it. But Yandy stayed silent. The industry is big enough for all of us. Yandy IG Live, March 2024, but insiders say she cried after that live. Rasheeda never even told her. She found out through a blog post. First crack. Jessica's shady confession mid-2024. Jessica goes on a podcast and says, "Some women pretend to be about peace, but be the biggest haters behind closed doors." She never said a name, but when asked about Yandy directly, let's just say we ain't as close as people think. Stick and crack, Yandy again stays quiet, trying to protect the unity. But her silence was making her a target. The leaked group chat. Then came the group chat leak. An anonymous account leaked screenshots of convos between Rasheeda, Jessica, and a few other cast members. One message allegedly from Rasheeda said, "Yandy, fake zen. Let her cry on IG again. We'll keep getting booked." Another from Jessica, "If she don't show up next week, I'm taking her mic." I'm tired of her healing queen act, and Yandy was still unaware until the setup producers, smelling a viral moment, scheduled a healing dinner scene. Yandy shows up, thinking she's about to have a bonding convo with her girls. Instead, she gets ambushed. Jessica accuses her of being condescending and controlling. Rasheeda says she's built a brand off pain that ain't even hers anymore. Another cast member chimes in with, "You market trauma like it's a lip gloss, Yandy." Blindsided. The breaking point. A witness in the room said, Yandy was trying to breathe. She reached for her water. Her hands were shaking. Then she said, "This is what you've been thinking this whole time." Jessica responds, "You've been profiting off healing while ignoring your own mess." Yandy stands up, throws her mic down, and says, "You were never my friends." She then collapsed in the corner, sobbing uncontrollably. Production shut down filming. Paramedics were called, not for injury, but because Yandy was hyperventilating from emotional shock when the footage of Yandy's breakdown started leaking. The internet wept, but the moment it hit her husband, he didn't cry. He went to war. Mendices claps back loud. An unfiltered Yandy's husband, Mendices Harris, had stayed quiet through years of industry politics. But not this time. He logged on at 2:47 a.m., posted a close-up pic of Yandy holding their daughter, and the caption, "Say whatever you want about my wife, just know there's a price for disrespect, and the bill's overdue." Then came the Instagram Live title, "I ain't a cast member, I'm her husband." In a 14-minute emotional takedown, he laid it all out. "Y'all clown her for healing while you hiding behind hairlines and hit songs. My wife ain't fake. She's faithful. Faithful to her friends, who played her like a storyline." He didn't say names, but the audience did. The comments were on fire. That Rasheeda's shade was loud. Jessica Dime better not respond, unless she got armor on. Yandy finally speaks with a voice note that broke the timeline then. 48 hours after her breakdown, Yandy posts an audio clip, no visuals, just her voice. Tired, raw, shaking. "I spent so long protecting people. Who wouldn't protect me? I excused shade, I forgave lies. I let fake love into my life because I thought, maybe they'd grow to love me for real. Pause. But that room? That ambush? That wasn't drama. That was betrayal." She ends it with, "Some people never planned to walk with you. They were just waiting to push you off your path. Fans lost it. We love you. Yandy hit no." 3 trending worldwide. Support poured in from across the industry. Tamera Braxton. "That woman held us down for years. Give her her peace." Cynthia Bailey. "Healing don't mean weak. It means human." But just when fans thought they'd seen it all, another group? Chat leaked. The real plot twist. Producers were in on Ida's second group chat, this time leaked by a rogue assistant. PA revealed something darker. This chat wasn't just cast members. It included a line producer. Screenshot reads, "Producer. Let them air it all out at dinner." That breakdown might be Emmy-worthy. Another message allegedly from Jessica. "If she cries, we go viral. If she walks out, we still win. No losing here." And the worst one, Rasheeda. "She needs to be humbled. She don't cry enough on camera. Stop. So this wasn't a natural fight. This was a manufactured takedown, and Yandy had no idea Mendices posts. The final warning once that group chat leaked. Mendices returned to Instagram with a black screen and a chilling caption. "I got lawyers, footage, and facts. Next time y'all try to script a breakdown, you better hope you don't get exposed in 4K. Rose, who?" This man came for blood. The network starts sweating by the next day. Reports started circulating that a key producer had been suspended. Yandys team requested all raw footage of that dinner. There were rumors of a lawsuit pending, and then Jessica Dime tried to backpedal. Jessica's damage control and the internet's clapback. Jessica went live, brushing her wig, sipping wine, and said, "It wasn't that deep. We were filming a scene. I thought we were just being real. She felt ambushed. I apologize. But the damage was done." Top comments. "You laughed when she cried. That ain't sisterhood. Apologize. AFTE. Are the ratings come in? Nah, keep it. You're not real. You're rehearsed." The fan theory that changes the game. Reddit did what Reddit does and uncovered that. The same producer in the chat had previously worked on 3 Yandy-heavy episodes. That producer was also tied to Rasheeda's music licensing deal with the network. Jessica and Rasheeda were both recently spotted at a private post-rap dinner. Without Yandys' top theory, they wanted Yandy off the show, to clean, to respect it. They couldn't compete with her piece, so they broke it. The internet hadn't even caught its breath from Yandy's tear-soaked voice note when it happened. Tamera Braxton stepped in, and she didn't hold back. Tamera's bombshell thread. Tamera dropped a 7-post Twitter thread titled, "I've been quiet, but enough is enough." In it, she called out the performative sisterhood that's been running reality TV for years, and specifically named Rasheeda and Jessica. You don't uplift another black woman by stripping her dignity for a storyline. Yandy's been solid, too solid. And y'all tried to break her on purpose. But she didn't stop there. That dinner was staged. I heard from one of the stylists, Yandy didn't know. And what y'all did in that dressing room after? Unspeakable. Internet froze. What happened in that dressing room? Then, as if summoned by the drama gods, a third voice note leaked. The dressing room audio leaked. This one wasn't posted. It was leaked anonymously through a burner Twitter account. At spillthascene.30 seconds. Low audio, but clear enough to break hearts. It starts with Yandy sobbing deep, guttural sobs. Then you hear Rasheeda's voice, cold and clipped. She always acting like she above the mess. Look at her now. Jessica laughs. This the content producers wanted. I told y'all she'd fold. Then silence. Then a door closes. They left her there crying alone. Screenshots begin to surface. Someone, possibly another castmate, leaked photos of Yandy in that same dressing room. She's hunched over, makeup smudged, mascara streaks down her cheeks. One pic has her whispering into her phone. Can't believe this is happening. The image went viral. Fans reposted it with the caption, "She protected everyone." And no one protected her. Enter Kirk Frost. And his big mistake, Rasheeda's husband, Kirk, decided to defend her. And it went about as well as you'd expect. On IG Live, he said, "People always want to paint my wife as the villain. It's just being real. This is reality TV, not reality therapy." The comments section. Your wife bullied a friend into a breakdown. That's not real. That's cruel. Didn't you cheat on her with a stripper and expect forgiveness? Sit this one out. Y'all turned healing into humiliation. Hope the ratings are worth it. Within minutes. The clip was all over Twitter with a hashtag #ShutUpKirk. A former cast member returns with a Truth Bomb. America Mena, who hadn't spoken about Yandy in over 3 years, posted a cryptic message. I warned her. I told her they'd flip. But Yandy believes in people more than they deserve. Then she went live and said, "You want to know why they hate her? Because Yandy don't need mess to shine. They need drama. She is the storyline." She ended with, "If they let that dressing room audio air, that show's done." Producers and panic mode insiders at VH1 started leaking info. The network is considering pulling the dinner scene from air. 2 producers are under review for unethical conduct. Jessica Dime has been asked to step back. From press, Appearance Sans team has now officially requested a formal on-air apology, or they're threatening to pull from future filming entirely. And if she walks, a domino effect could destroy the franchise. Fan theory that has everyone talking. One post on TikTok at MessyBenature lays out a theory that's gaining traction. This wasn't just mean girl behavior. This was an intentional takedown of the only woman on the cast with legacy power. Why? Because Yandy was allegedly in talks for her own spin-off show centered around black female entrepreneurs and healing. They wanted to cut her legs before the pitch could stand. And guess who reportedly knew about the pitch? Jessica, Rasheeda, and one of the producers now under fire. Now it all makes sense. Yandy posts one final message. Before going silent, she uploaded a photo of herself holding her daughters. Hand on the beach. Caption, "Peace over platform. Truth over exposure." Healing doesn't need a mic. Fans believe this is her signing off. Not just from the show, but from the entire toxic cycle of reality TV. Top comment. She gave us everything and asked for nothing. And now she's walking away to protect her soul. We don't deserve her. The moment Yandy dropped that peace over platform post, entire internet cracked in half. This wasn't just drama anymore, it was war. Team Yandy versus Team Drama. The fan civil war within hours. The hashtags started flying. Hashtag protect Yandy. #Team Healing, #Jessica, and RASHEEDA exposed. And the Petty Boo Deadly, #Mean Girls of LHH Twitter was on fire. Yandy gave them grace. They gave her gaslighting. This isn't reality TV. This is trauma exploitation. Rasheeda's brand is boss chick. Why is she moving like a school bully? Meanwhile, Jessica and Rasheeda fans tried to spin it. Yandy always plays victim. You can't cry when people finally clap back. She curated her image. Don't act like she's innocent. But they were losing the numbers, and fast polls across Instagram stories showed 80% plus support for Yandy. TikTok. Edits of her breaking down set to emotional R&B tracks. Over 10 meters views in 2 days. Rasheeda tries to clear the air and fumbles badly. Rasheeda finally responded with a 2-minute video titled, "My Truth." She spoke calmly, carefully. Too carefully. "I never intended to hurt Yandy things. We're set in the heat of filming. We all go through our stuff. And unfortunately, this played out on camera." She never apologized, never addressed the dressing room audio, and never said Yandy's name. Fans weren't having it. No accountability, just PR. You weaponized her piece, and now you're backpedaling in heels. A whole influencer apology with no soul. Within hours, her comments were turned off. Within 24 hours. 2 sponsors pulled back from Rasheeda's boutique brand. Cardi B throws subtle but devastating shade. Cardi B, never one to stay quiet on women empowerment, quote tweeted a fan edit of Yandy with, "Some of y'all built your platforms tearing women down. That's not boss behavior, that's bitter behavior." She didn't tag anyone, but everyone knew exactly who it was for. Jessica Dime unfollowed Cardi within minutes. Cardi's next story? The shoe fits, take it off before you trip. Surgical, brutal, legendary. Mona Scott Young gets dragged. Into the fire. Fans started turning their attention to the queen pin herself. Mona Scott Young, executive producer of the franchise. And they had questions. Why did production let this happen? Why was Yandy ambushed on camera? Why did Mona stay silent? Mona tried to keep it cute, posting, "Sometimes healing requires uncomfortable conversations." Big mistake. Top responses, "Gaslighting ain't healing. You orchestrated this. Now own it." You made a reality show off her pain and called it entertainment. A trending petition called #HoldMona accountable crossed. 150,000 signatures in 2 days. Brand backlash begins it. Wasn't just drama anymore, it was bad business. One of the show's sponsors suspended their advertising mid-besode. A women's empowerment campaign that once featured Rasheeda quietly pulled her image from their website. And the biggest blow, VH1's internal emails were leaked, showing execs scrambling to address public backlash before next episode air date. One email read, "We need a public-facing statement. If we lose Yandy's demographic, we lose our core." Yandys. Fans take over the timeline. Support poured in like never before. Old castmates like Remy Ma and Tahiri posted support. Angela Simmons wrote, "Yandy's always been light in a dark room. They dimmed her to get views. Shameful. And her fanbase mobilized. They flooded the network's official pages. They left emojis on every Rasheeda and Jessica post. They organized a healing, not ratings, Twitter space with over 30,000 live listeners. One fan post that shut everyone down. A viral tweet said, "You don't get to call someone fake just because they outgrew your chaos." Yandy didn't fold. She freed herself. And that was the mic drop. It was around 11:19 p.m. when the final leak dropped. And it didn't come from a blog, a cast member, or a fan. It came from a disgruntled producer who couldn't stay silent anymore. The file. S3_plot, meeting_audio_final, WAV, a secret recording of a production meeting days before the infamous Dinner ambush. The tape that changed everything in the leaked audio. You hear three voices, allegedly producers, with one very clearly saying, "We need a Yandy moment." Something that gets the internet talking. If we break her just enough to get tears, that's the trailer right there. Another responds, "Get Rasheeda to lead. She'll do it if we promise her a solo arc." Then someone laughs. Jessica's already on board. She said she'll take the gloves off. The final voice adds, "Just don't tell Yandy. Keep it organic." Silence. And then one chilling line, "It's not bullying if it boosts the ratings." Double quotes, done. This wasn't just shady. It was orchestrated emotional sabotage. Built for views, designed for breakdown. And now, Yandy has the proof. The lawsuit rumors began after the audio went viral. TMZ accidentally published, then deleted an article with the headline, "Yandy Smith prepares legal action against LHH franchise." Multiple sources confirmed Yandy's team met with attorneys and are evaluating a defamation and emotional damages case. Insiders say if this goes to court, production staff may be subpoenaed. And several cast members, including Jessica and Rasheeda, could be forced to testify under oath. Translation: no more editing, no more fake storylines, just truth, raw, legal, and devastating. But wait, is Yandy already moving on? Amid all the fire and fallout, a glimmer of something major. Yandy was spotted leaving Tyler Perry Studios 2 days after the audio leak, wearing sunglasses, smiling. Fans captured blurry photos of her hugging a mystery woman wearing a headset. Speculation is flying. The theory: Kuze, Yandy's negotiating her own accusaries. Not drama, but healing. And she's producing it herself. Rumored title: Peace Ain't Pretty. And according to one source close to the Perry camp, she's not just getting revenge, it's just taking the narrative and the industry back. Rasheeda and Jessica. Radio silence since the leak. Rasheeda hasn't posted in 48 hours. Jessica deleted over 100 photos from her IG grid VH. One has pulled promos for the next. LHH episode damned. Word is, Mona Scott Young has been called into an emergency board meeting. This might not just affect the cast, the whole franchise might collapse. Yandy's last move? For now, she posted one thing, no caption. A single photo of her standing on a rooftop at sunset, holding a contract, smiling, wearing a shirt that says, "Healed women are the scariest." Fans are now convinced she's not broken, she's reborn. With lawsuits looming, producers exposed, and fans demanding justice. This is no longer about a breakdown, it's a breakout. Will Yandy sue and expose the dark truth of reality TV production once and for all? Will Rasheeda and Jessica try to redeem themselves or be erased from the franchise? Is Peace Ain't Pretty about to be the most anticipated series of the year? So now you've heard it all. The betrayal, the breakdown, the leaks, lies, and lawsuits. And still, one question remains. Was it all worth it? Was a few million views worth ambushing? A woman who gave the show its heart, who kept her dignity, her peace, and her power while others tried to script her collapse. Or is this exactly what reality TV has become? A stage for emotional manipulation where healing women are turned into target practice. Let's talk about it. Drop a comment. Should Yandy sue the producers and shut this show down for good? Do Rasheeda and Jessica deserve to be canceled, or is redemption still possible? If Yandy drops Peace Ain't Pretty, are you watching? Like this video if you believe peace is power, even when it's messy. Share it with someone who still thinks this was just TV. And smash that subscribe button, because when this lawsuit lands, we'll be right here breaking it all down, every leaked document, courtroom twist, and career-ending reveal. And trust me, this isn't over. The healing just started. The revenge already rolling, and the industry officially shook. Stay locked in, stay loud, and stay on Yandy's side, because the next time she speaks, it won't be tears.